Howdy everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. A few days ago I posted this video on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/quantlabs. In there, if you go into the videos, you'll find a recent video 3 days ago that is entitled How to Use Automated Watch List to Put Positions on or Enter Market. So today, in another video, I'm going to show you the crude version of how once we get a position put on by this watch list, just watch this to know the indicators used, what to do to manage those positions and know when to exit the trade or close a trade. So first of all, I'm going to be using Redis. So once again, if you come under playlist, look for the Redis playlist to really understand how all the different tools, all of the
Wix code, you can build just about any.
How to build out all the cool stuff with Redis. I'm not going to go in here and show you how to do that. But this right here is the Redis client that we're running. And this over here is the actual script that will watch the watch list. So let me just show you how it works. We have a Redis server running. And I'm going to flush out the database, so we're starting again. So when I do an hget, and the hash that we're using is positions crypto. So there's a new hash I'm using. So sorry, I just got to do hget all. So there's nothing there; it's empty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that my previous script, the watch list, will go in and add a position, and I'll show you how it does that. So we've got 3 test cryptocurrency pairs here. So I'll do the first one with the ZIL Ethereum, and the 0 is just telling this script to go in and update the latest information. I'm going to show you what that information is. So if we do an set, actually, let me just run this script here. So we have a position crypto script. As you can see, it's not going to do anything at all. But if I add in a new row with the ZIL Ethereum with 0 values, so again, if you're in the new world of Redis using hash sets, this is a hash set command, this is the hash, this is the key of the hash, and this is the value. So I'll be adding new data into the value. So if I do a hget all here for positions crypto, you'll see here I've got what I just added here in this in this command here in the hset right here. So once again, we have the hash, positions crypto, the key, ZIL Ethereum, and then 0 values. But now if I run this script, what it will do is, what it's going to do is if I do, once again, an hget all, and the positions, you'll notice it's now got new data. So essentially what this did was, it went in, added the Unix timestamp, it added the pair, it added the ATR value of the current position, so it'll download the latest daily chart, or sorry, the daily data from Binance that I've shown numerous times. And in there, it's also going to download the price, the latest price for the day. And then here's where it gets interesting. We have 2 targets. One is a soft, a hard target using the ATR. So it's using the latest price, and there's different levels that most people use on a upper target as a potential exit. Not it will be, but potential exit. And it's like a band of an upper and lower using the ATR. So it's going to take the latest price, multiply it, and the upper threshold that I use is 3 times the ATR plus the current latest price. So let me repeat that. You take the latest price plus 3 times that threshold times the ATR that's calculated, and add that what I call it's the upper target, just an upper target of potentially when the price breaks that point, you can get out as an exit. But then you also have the same, but there's a lower target as well using the same formula. So that's going to be the latest price minus 3 times the ATR. So that's going to be the lower range of that. On top of that, it gets quite interesting where you can add in what they call a soft target. So as I said before, there's 3 times the threshold, and then sometimes if you want, you can add in a partial position depending upon the risk of your performance of your portfolio, or if you've got 100% risk and really confident that the price will meet that level of the upper target that you're after. But let me refrain from saying that. If you know it's going to go up because you have all the indicators up to this point where the position is now added, and you're let's say half confident, as opposed to you're 100% confident the price will move up to that upper level target with a 3 times the ATR. Sometimes you may not feel 100% confident. So let's say you want to put on what they call a soft target. And then what that will enable you to do is take the current price, the current price plus a threshold of 1 times the ATR. And then that's the upper range on the soft target. And then the lower range on the soft target is the price minus 1 times that threshold times the ATR. Okay, and then that's what gets updated. So that's what we're updating here. We've got the timestamp, the symbol, the ATR, and then obviously these upper, lower, and upper, lower soft targets as well. And that's what these data points mean that are separated by commas. So now we've added our first row, updated our first row with these targets. Now these are original targets. Very important to remember that. So let's say if I go in and I rerun this an hour, 2 hours later, this position crypto script here, what will happen is it will, or it should be, updating the information with the latest and updating that here, but also retaining the original targets. So let me try rerunning this again. Something's not working, but anyways, that's what's supposed to be happening here. And typically what happens is, now remember, this is the first crude version of this. I don't think I'll be showing this again. It seems that very few people have an interest in understanding this, but at the end of the day, yeah. But the theory is back over here. If we update this data set with the latest set of targets, the upper target, the lower target, the upper soft target, the lower soft target, and we keep that information, and we're also tracking the ATR of the latest information, what you can do is, as the price moves up, you don't want to get prematurely stopped out, because this is how you're virtually tracking your targets, your upper momentum targets, your upper price targets. And as long as that price keeps moving up, you keep rolling those updates, those targets, and you keep rolling them. But at the same time, you will come across where the price will start to fall. So this is where it gets kind of complicated, because let's say price moves up, you're updating all your targets in real time, plus you have your original target set as well. So you know at what point you've put on that position. As long as the current price does not fall below that original price, you're okay. So let's say the price does rise up, and at some point you've calculated a new ATR. The question is, do you use the original ATR or do you use the latest ATR that's calculated? My gut tells me you want to use the original ATR. So if the price rises up, I'm sorry, you should use the latest ATR. It's like a trailing stop where the ATR is calculated. As the price goes up, then you suddenly get a new ATR. The price starts to fall. Once you know that price drops below the newly updated ATR, the lower target of the 3 times, you can close out the trade, or if you want to hopefully keep your profits even higher, if the price falls below the latest soft target, because it's 1 times, not 3 times. So if your price drops below the newly updated soft ATR, get out of the trade, and then you should have made some cash, and during that run up, you should be able to track and get the highest potential profit on that swing, minus the latest ATR, which will be pretty small. And this is calculated. This is the other hard part, is how often you run this. In my case, what I do is it will track using the latest end of day data, but it will always capture the latest price from the latest downloaded hourly chart. So if that's the case, it'll always have the latest price, but this will be calculated every hour based upon the latest downloaded hourly chart. Now I could do it by minute if I wanted as well, but I'm not sure if it depends how volatile the cryptocurrency is that I'm watching or putting a position on. But this is the part where I need to really watch and go through the nuances on where to get the maximum profit using either the original ATR, the latest ATR, and if I'm going to use the hard target or the soft target. And there's numerous combinations that can complicate this theoretical process. But I just want to show this to you, and that this is looking okay. But this is the theory that I'm working with for now, and it's crude. As again, I don't want to have to show this again, but this is the logic I'm working with. If you've got comments, let me know, and we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching.